Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, May 15th, 2015, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I want you to look at this. This was today's action. I look at this and it looks like to me like a sinister green snake crawling around a pole. That pole is my third red line. It is virtually the ceiling for this market, and this was established many weeks ago. Look at the range here we had today, and then come back here only to the 8th of May and look at this range. You can see how this thing is really constricting up here at the third red line. I am going to go out on the limb here, almost like this green snake is, and I'm going to go contrary to my own thinking. I'm calling the Dow up on Monday. This is what I'm thinking. I think that all this trouble we've been having is being caused a lot by a lot of short selling at this level. Got to understand the Dow is almost at record highs here. I think it's maybe 100 or 200 points away from that. It's not quite there, but it's very close to that, and I think there's just a lot of shorting stocks up here, and people thinking, well, they can't lose. And the stops for those shorts aren't too far above where we closed today. If this market can somehow get the head of steam to go after those stops, this could really explode from here to the top side. And it's almost a long shot, but I'm getting the feeling that that may be what we're getting, this market is setting up to do. And we will make money on that, I tell you, because we're going to be buying when nobody else is, or the buying is going to be short covering. We're going to be the ones going long, and it could be profitable. You know, maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but that's the feeling I'm getting. I look at this and I think this is kind of like a coiled spring getting ready to spring, and it's going to spring up. And that's how I'm calling it. It's still very tough to trade in this area, believe me. And amazingly, we were able to keep our head above water today, even though a lot of things were going on that I don't like. We closed out $400 in our closed out trades, and we were saved by one stock, and I'm going to show that to you in a second. And then in terms of what we entered, we got into 10 positions today. I mean, that's a lot of positions when you look at this tiny little range here we had. We got into 10 positions. 4 are positive, 6 are negative. You know, that's not really good. And in 10 positions, you know, we have positive $600. That's not a whole lot. But again, one stock is really keeping our head above the water in that open trade equity portfolio of 10 stocks. So, and I'm going to show that to you. So, you know, I don't know, but I was kind of impressed with this thing. Got a little above the red line and it closed almost on its high today. Something's going to happen. This is not going to continue in this pattern. It's going to go one way or another, and I know I've been thinking it's going down. Now, after today, I'm looking at this thing. Hey, I think this thing's going up. I think it's going to go up and make new highs. Anyway, we'll have to see. I'll show you what I got here today to show you. First of all, well, I actually showed this to you yesterday. This is Radius Health, and we this is what kept us alive with our closed out positions today. We had bought this thing yesterday on the pop right out of the open. It kept going, and we got more mileage out of that today. You know, if we had a crystal ball, we could have held on to it a little beyond where we did, but we got out here and we still made over $3,000 in Radius Health. So that was a real fine trade. And then another one, this was a real surprise to me because we haven't seen anything happen with this in a long while. This is MannKind Corporation, and we are holding this. And you know, this looks a little like that great Yelp trade we had, because again, as I've said before, our system kind of picks up on insider buying, and that's one of the great strengths of it, because when it picks up on insider buying, we make a lot of money. And if you can come down here and see what happened today, we bought the absolute top of that third bar. And what that means is, you know, if you're doing real-time trading with this, you cannot possibly have gotten slippage with this trade, in spite of the fact how extremely profitable it was. The top of that bar is where we got in, and anything after that for 45 minutes after was lower price than where we got in, which means we got in real easy, just like we did with the Yelp trade. And then all hell breaks loose later on after whatever caused this news. I don't know what happened, but it just exploded. And you know, think about, what if you're trying to get in up here? You're probably gonna end up filled up there. But we got where it was real easy to get filled, and then the thing takes off because we can sense. The system can sense insider buying, and as a result, when it was up here, it was like $5,500 or something. It did settle back some, but we are holding over $3,000 in MannKind Corporation over the weekend and going into Monday. So that looks really fine. And you know, I know things have been horrible lately. They really have been horrible, but when I see a couple good trades like we saw today in Radius Health and MannKind Corporation, it's a reminder to me, hey, the system still works. We're going to have our day in the sun. This is Trader Bob signing off. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll be back here online on Monday.